trying to get this sorted out. I'm using the cordless. You think it should be on now? So I'm failing miserably right out of the gate. Had to reset the stream, and now I don't think I have sound. Okay. So trying to get it back afield. Noah Kaufman advancing. Isaac, is that on? Is there an on anywhere on that? I'm unfamiliar with it. Okay, then if you can see lights, then there's lights. All right, so I will have this. I will have this better set up for game 2, and I do apologize coming out of this. I believe it's 3-0. Unless we got... Nope, Jackson Summeralls was the 4th. What? Okay. Off the draw, Sams is advancing. There are 8 fields here, and you can't always tell who the whistle is. Tige shoots from outside. Their goalie collects, and he sends it up to nobody, so the ball's on the ground. Adelano's after him. Egan sends it, misses a pass, and it's going to go over the end line for Joseph, who would normally be in goal for Maroon. Sends it to our goalie, Zeiler, who he hits his target. To Adelano, who's advancing up the far side. He flips it inside for Bardo. Bardo has Hardikoff, and Hardikoff scores. That's 5-0. Ankeny Thunder versus the Eagan Wildcats. All right, so defenders are going to be Fox, Florer, and I'm told Joseph, normally a goalie on the Maroon. Noah on the drive. Chasing the ball down, scoops it up off the face-off. He's taking it out of the outside. He's got Jackson Summerall and Carson McKeever. Owen Hetlett is his middies. Out to Hetlett. Hetlett gets mobbed and still gets one away, and there's a flag. So I'm thinking that's Hetlett's goal. He's with Tige. He's Tige's support team. And Hetlett still got that one off. Very nice. All right, so quickly 6-0 here in the first up in Minnesota. Your middies are going to be Hetlett, Kaufman, Summerall. Defenders look like they're going to stay Floor, Joseph, and I believe that's a Fox back there. Kaufman on the drive. Oop. And Noah using that power got a little caught up in it. Egan's going to start rolling into our zone. Hetlett challenges. Floor challenges. He's still coming. He tries turning. And Zeiler Cox not letting that happen. It's flipped outside. And the ref is going to say, was looking for the symbol of that. Not sure. Looked like holding. But he's got to see if he's going to send somebody off or not. So Egan brings it in off the end line, and he's up against Joseph. Clock's advancing. Egan looking to try and get past Joseph, who's normally a goalie running a long pole. They send it back around. Floor challenges. They try skipping it, and it's wide and out of bounds far side. Trent Severson's in as a midi. Galloway's in as a midi. Oh, and so Hetlett took the penalty. Zyler with a nice stop that he has been known for all season. He advances it to Galloway, who is heading up the field, cuts between two defenders, and he's still moving. He sees Bardo. Ball hits the ground. Player hits the ground. Trent Severson's challenging for it. Bardo's getting bodied off it and still comes up with it. And he's looking inside. He's got Fadley open. This is Galloway. He shoots it. Their goalie stops. They send it long, and I don't think the receiver's looking for it, and it's going to head to the far side with Christensen. Adelano bringing it up the far side. He misses, and it's going to go out of bounds far side to Eagan. Hardikoff was there defending. So Fadley, Bardo, Hardikoff is in. Severson, Christensen are middies. Adelano's a midi. Eagan trying to advance, and Fadley defending him well. He has to go through Hardikoff, and they're taking a lot of defending, we'll call that. Looks like the ref's going to call. Looks like he's going to park Bardo. It's an excellent defensive effort. All right, so they're going to pull Trent Severson out. Sams and Adelano are middies. And they're man down. Defenders are going to be Waters, Battershell, and Chad Fox. So there's a Zyler gets it. He sends it up looking long for Carson McKeever, who's going to chase it to the out of bounds and isn't going to win that race. I do apologize for the change in streams. My wonderful media relations wife had it all set up for me, and I even rehearsed it, and I did them in the wrong sequence, wrong phone. And Sams is in as a midi, and he steps around and scoops it up, and he's going. And he fires. Makes me actually proud of that young man. He just recently made the Des Moines Capitals for ice hockey because we don't have near enough activities going. All right, Noah Kaufman's going to take the draw. I'm not sure if we still are a man down or there's not a midi on the far side. Near side's going to be Galloway. Kaufman driving. Jackson Summerall's going to come in as a midi on the far side. All right. So Galloway is going to start up after the dead ball. That's Fadley. He's looking inside. He's still coming. He tries to bounce one past their goalie, and it goes out of bounds far side. So your attackers are McKeever, Fadley, Bardo, and strangely, I'm going to remember all these names and numbers just in time for the last games of the season. Bardo brings it in, sends it out to Kaufman. He looks inside for Summerall, and it hits the ground, and Summerall comes up with it. He spins away from a defender, fires long, and their goalie collects it. Their goalie tries sending it long, but Kaufman's defending, and he collects it and runs over and around several players, and Noah's still advancing. Ball hits the ground. Summerall comes up with it. He flips it long for Fadley, who tries just a quick turnaround handoff, but their goalie comes up with it, defended well. He fires up the side. It looks like Kaufman's going to be challenging. I don't think that kid's going to be able to push him out of bounds, as Noah is our face-off person for a reason. He has got an excellent base as a wrestler, and you don't get him off the ball easily. All right, quick midfield change. We're going to Hetlet in, Summerall. We're going to do a quick change of direction. Ball goes to Eagan. Referees are saying get it going. So looks like it's going to be Hetlet, Severson, and Adelano as your middies. Adelano gets it on the bounce. He's protecting it well and advancing up the field. He's got McKeever, Hardikoff, and Bardo. He fires from out, goes a little wide. And Bardo is going to pick it up. He brings it in, set up. Their goalie is a little guy. But Bardo turns the corner and fires, and that is in the net. My count is 8-0. I might be a goal off, but it is still an all Ankeny Thunder. It's Wisconsin. the derriere. All right, so Adelano is going to take the... Sarah's from Wisconsin. I can make that joke. Adelano's going to take the face-off. Severson, Hetlet, going to be your middies. Joseph, Florer, and another Fox. Trice Fox is going to be your defender. Zeiler in goal, of course, running a clean sheet, as he regularly has all season. Oh, and on a procedure, Egan's going to pick it up and start rolling with it. They're coming in. Hetlet on the defense. He's trying to turn the corner on him, and that's not happening. Hetlet takes the stick, takes the ball, and turns around upfield. He's looking long for Adelano, goes over. Egan player just kind of bats it away rather than try and control it with the player coming hard behind. Hetlet's still fighting for it. Egan looking to try and settle this game down. He's advancing. And get the touch. Egan tries to come in and gets pinched, and there's a flag. Trent's going to go out. Chase is going to go out. Looks like Galloway's going to be in. Christensen's going to be in. So we're still with Floor, Joseph, and Fox as your defenders. Egan's going to have it in. We've got Hetlet on his knee for the man down. Noah Kaufman has come in. And Noah Kaufman's going to go right back off. First to speed to get back. It's going to cross. Fadley's going to try and pick it up. And it's going to be loose ball to Fadley. He's coming up with speed. He's looking to set up a play. He flips it back for Hardikoff, and it goes high and out of bounds. Your attacker's going to stay Hardikoff, Fadley, Bardo. How are you doing up there? Thank you, sir. Jody, have you had a evaluation of the new cameraman's first period?
She already gave him some suggestions. So.
She is wise. So I should have my interperiod music going, like Thunderstruck or something. Instead, you're just going to be stuck listening to me blather and apologize yet again for the failed false start. She handed me a phone that had all 3 games set up. I just had to do things in the right sequence and did not. So this tournament, there were two sections with two subgroups with 4 teams, and then the other 2 had a few more teams. And then I assume it'll be point play for setting up for tomorrow morning for the actual championship. So the advertisement for this campaign said that there'd be video from an elevated position, but it looks like right now our nephew is the only elevated position in the area. She had me set up for all 3 games. We even rehearsed it right out of the gate, screwed up and did them backwards. So I noticed it, and she had taught me how to reset it. So we do have a live stream. We've got her drilling paid off. Practice makes play. Oh yeah, the breeze is sparing. Otherwise, it would be more miserable here. So there's 8 fields going here. I was trying to look around and see some of the other teams that will be playing later on. I'm guessing with the score 8-0 here in the front that the coaches will start shifting up the lineups. So if you thought I was confusing before about who was on defense and who was on attack, it's only going to get worse. I didn't know if we're doing halves or quarters, but I see Fadley and the attack group headed to your right. So I guess we're doing halves. That did seem like a very long quarter. Anyway, 8-0 in the first half of this game against Eagan. Noah is going to take the draw. And looks like Joseph, Fox, and Cruzy are going to be your defenders. With Zeiler in goal, of course. Midfielders Sams, Kaufman, and Severson. There's the push. Egan's going to pick that up on the dead ball foul push. Egan's rolling up. He looks and misses where it's being chased down by Cruzy, who's a long stick defender. Yeah, even when they just have the white balls, you can pick them up from a distance, and there's a lot of nothing. Samson and Kaufman pick up. Samson's advancing up the field with speed, and he goes end to end for Ty Sams. I apologize for my pride, but that was impressive. That's 9-0 here in the second half. All right, so your middies are going to be Galloway, Adelano, looks like Summerall on the far side. Your defenders, Joseph. Chase Adelano on the push. Thought he came away with it. Ball was on the ground. Galloway with a little hip bump, and then there's a flag. Respect to the refs. I wouldn't be out there running in this heat. And they face the wrath of all these kids and all these adults and coaches, and they're out here doing it. So thank you for them. Egan's going to get the ball on the penalty. We man down. Egan trying to work it around the outside. Adelano in his way. Joseph tightens up when the ball comes loose, and it's going to go out of bounds. And that's going to be Trice Fox taking the ball in from the end. Thunder on the man down. Fox flips it to Zeiler. He's looking long. But he flips it to Summerall about midfield, who he is going to do the classic burst of speed and take it around. Weaving him, gets him around, sends it in for Fadley, who can't hang on to it, and their goalie collects. Their goalie tries to clear it, and it gets knocked down a couple of times. Loose ball, and Summerall leading the pursuit and charge. He picks it up and turns it around. Flips it forward for Fadley, but it comes loose. And that looked like it was Galloway taking a shot that missed. Their defense trying to get it away from the tight defense. Tight defenders. Galloway advancing. And he goes into 3 on the ground. It looks like it's for McKeever. Faley picks it up off the end line. Sends it out for Adelano and saying off white. So we're going to bring in Christensen. We're going to bring in Hatlett. Bardo with a huge pursuit. The fans reminding Valen Bardo there's rules in this game. From his face close-up, he looked suitably mortified. Your defenders, Fox, Joseph, Cruzy, all long poles. We're going to swap out. Looks like Hetlett's going for the sideline, and he's going to. Fadley's on his knee. Not sure. Egan trying to flip it in around to the backside. Coach calling for them to tighten up the defense with the man down. Egan trying to work something out. They get it wide, and it's fended off by Zeiler. And it's out of bounds end line. Egan's going to take the inbounds again. Joseph challenging. It goes big for Christensen. It's out near midfield. Egan tries to reset up. Noah Kaufman's in. And Zeiler's able to grab one after doing a little Air Jordan. He flips it forward for Joseph, but it goes out of bounds to Egan. Christensen in midi, Kaufman in midi. Looks like we're still down 1. So Egan's going to try and get something going here. As we've seen a lot, we'll give them the perimeter, but as soon as they penetrate, our defense just shuts everything down and has been doing really well. Really proud of that. Cale Christensen sees one open field, a ball on the ground, scoops it up and is out. Moving up, waiting for his attackers to set up. It looks like it's going to be Hardikoff, McKeever, and I believe that's Fadley on the far side. Christensen looking for something inside, and he's getting defended tight. He flips it for Hardikoff back behind the net. He sees Fadley up close, and Fadley hammers it down. Nice cut in by Fadley. And with the finish, that puts us 10-0 here in the second half versus the Eagan Wildcats. We're going to change up our midfielders. Trent Severson, Sams, and Galloway. I believe, since it's 10-0, we're just going to do the rolling start for Eagan. So Joseph, Fox, Cruzy are your long stick defenders. Eagan trying to work something in. Sam's on him. They flip it back, and it looks like it's going to go out of bounds on a high pass. I don't know if you can hear it. The microphone's pretty good at cutting out wind noise, but flipped forward for Sam's. I mean, he's taking it up the sidelines. He saw Severson on the far side and missed him on the pass. Just led him a little much. But it was a great read. It was a great move by Severson to see that far seam. Egan's going to take it in Eagan brings it in. Their goalie has it. Takes to one of their defenders. He's defended by Bardo. He's defended by McKeever. And it hits the ground. Ben Hardikoff fighting for it, but Trent Severson strolls through and picks it up. And there's a whistle. All right. So referees are saying there was a shot after the whistle, so they go with the conduct. Mm-hmm. Right. Don't. Shocked and appalled he's not sent off immediately. Where's the red card? I'm not going to run around in this field for however many games these refs have. Give everybody a moment to catch your breath. All right, so coming out of the whistle, it's going to be Eagan ball, and I believe we're going to be a man down for the misconduct described by the referees. Oh, Chad Fox, Zane Waters, and Luke Battershaw, your defenders. Your middies are going to be Sam's, Trice Fox, and that's where we're going to play short. We're going to go with Noah Kaufman, Summerall, and Hatlett as your attack. Or your defense, excuse me, I'm going the wrong way. Trent Severson trying to force it to the outside. Summerall playing defense, picks it up. He sends it long, looking for Severson up the sideline. And Luke Battershaw picks it up. He sees Zane Waters, normally a defender. So Battershaw to Waters, who put himself in a great position. Net-to-net pass, put away, 11-0. So, yeah, I did have that backwards. It's going to be your attackers, who are normally defenders, are going to be Waters, Florer, and Cruzy. It's going to be another rolling start for your middies, McKeever, Hardikoff, and Fadley as a midi. All right, sure. Adelano, Bardo, and Galloway as your defenders. So Starting to turn this upside down as we do when the games get a little upside down. Tightly defended by Bardo. Ball's on the ground. Eagan trying to scoop it up. They do. They try and move it outside. They miss a pass on the far side with Galloway in pursuit with his long pole. He's taking it up. And they call the midi back, so Galloway advances with his long pole. And he shoots. His coach is trying to give him shooting advice. Eagan tries to turn around, sends it forward, misses, and it's going to be loose with McKeever in pursuit at our end. Eagan trying to flip it around. Puts Fadley as a midfielder in pursuit of the ball. He forces a bad pass, but Egan's still able to pick it up. So Adelano is in as a long pole defender. Bardo is in as a regular. This is Fadley picks up the loose ball, and he's advancing forward as a midfielder. And he's saying, let's do this thing. With a hand-arm signal for, looks for Florer, who is in close, defended well. Joseph tries to work to the far side, gets loose. Cruzy after it. Ty Sams comes in and picks it up. And he sees Joseph on the far side. Joseph puts it away. So Maroon's goalie playing attack puts himself in the perfect attack position for a pass shoot score. Trent Severson is in as a midfielder. Looks like Trice Fox is in the midfielder. Sands is in the midfielder. We're going to trade out our attackers for, looks like the normal defense crew with Zane Waters, Luke Battershell. I believe that's Chad Fox. Rolling start for Eagan. Eagan trying to find something. Christensen in on the defense. Noah Kaufman, pardon me, and puts the ball on the ground, and he's using his squared up set. Trent Severson on the run. He's going. He's got Samson. He's got his attackers. He's looking. He sees a seam. And Trent puts one home. He was driving in, waiting for the pass to develop, and then the defenders all spread out and gave him a seam to go in and put it away. Goal, Severson. That was just good on our guys to see that he was going to get a seam. Egan's on the roll again. Rolling start. So Cruzy is a midfielder. Looks like McKeever is a midfielder. On the far side is going to be Galloway as a midfielder. Kaufman's a defender. Hetlett's a defender. I think on this near side is going to be Kale Christensen. And so it goes forward for a long sticker Galloway. Battershill tries to come in, and he's battered for his efforts. It's flipped to Cruzy. Their goalie's just able to hang on. Their goalie sends it long, and they have to play it. Adelano comes in from the sidelines with a long pole and is able to break that up. He's got a little soccer going, and he's able to pick it up. He's advancing long pole. Adelano moving. He's looking for Chad Fox, but he finds Waters. It's flipped far side, I believe, for McKeever, who puts it away. So that was a really nice around the net look. Found McKeever, who found the net. So now we're doing some much more serious scrambling on the attackers. It looks like Joseph is in on the attack. Floor in on the attack. Adelano coming off. Fadley, Hardikoff. Your defenders are going to be Kaufman and Summerall. Eagan coming in on the attack. Going to work it outside. Kaufman challenges. And is able to produce the dropped ball. Long pull. It's on the ground. He scoops it back up, and Kaufman's up, heading up the field. Looking for his highlight reel jump. I wasn't sure. I thought I heard a whistle, but it could have been the field next to us. That's flipped forward for Hardikoff, who's looking for an opening. He's got Floor in front of the net if he can find him, and just couldn't get around his defender. But Floor did a nice cut in, hoping for the open pass, just wasn't able to get around his defender. We've got Floor, Joseph, Cruzy in. There's a Fox, a Fadley. Joseph tries for a shot. Floor tries to come up with it. Eagan battling for it. Still on the ground. Eagan comes up. With Floor in pursuit, Egan's able to get it up to midfield. Hardikoff steps up to. So there's not much left. Noah Kaufman using that body. I wasn't sure if the penalty came just before that on a stick or if that was Noah's brick wall. The people on the sidelines could feel that hit. He just stopped. And on the quick release of change of people, Jackson Summerall and Tyke Sams and Zyler were not able, so Egan's on the board. And I believe that's going to be game from the look.